guys, welcome to another beautiful episode on the show Pages. Like always, my name is Tiana Wardbasi and I'm so excited to have you join us on today's episode. Last week we talked about the ex issues, like you know, and we had our guest in the house who elaborated on it. And this week we'll be talking about flirting. Of course, you know Pages is that one show that airs on your favorite online channel, Montage Africa TV. It's that show that talks about everything that cuts across all the spheres of life. Today, like always, I have my guest in the house. No other than Madam Phoebe Simtuku, the theologian herself. She's also a media strategist and a psychologist, and I'm so excited to have you on the show again.
Thank you.
You know, last week you did justice to the topic, and I'm expecting you to do the same thing for this week's topic. Yeah, this week we're looking at flirting, and I'd like you to tell us your own idea or tell us your opinion on flirting.
Okay, you know, a quick one, what we do, we try to define the topics and what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Flirting could be looked at as a social and somewhat sexual behavior.
Sexual.
Yes. And it can be communicated through either words, it can be written, and of course don't forget body language. That is the stronger one that we use. In as much as some society really frown down on any person being overly exertive when it comes to showing his or her emotion sexually. It's not allowed, it's not permitted. But you know, sometimes you can just do a little thing and it's called for amusement. Wow. It's okay, it's healthy. It's healthy.
Thank you so much. You know, a lot of persons, like I was talking to a friend and he said there's this disparity between flirting and flatteries and being nice. So how do we marry these three terms together?
Okay, flattery. When you flatter someone, it's a different thing. We're looking now. We're looking at etiquettes when it comes to communication that has to do with either relationship that could just be for friendship, or you can take it deeper. It becomes sexual. It depends on what you're looking at. Of course, you can pass a comment. Oh, you look good. It's okay. A guy can look at you and tell you, you look good. Yes, you look good. It's flattery. I like your hair. It's flattery. But there's something again that comes to the body language. There's a way he says it, or like he says it.
You look good.
Okay, listen. That is flirting.
Okay.
Because you can speak with your eyes. Long stares when you look at someone for too long. It's some places it's almost improper to do that. Some African countries, when you look at a guy or a woman looks at a man too long, you know, they start questioning this person. There's really something wrong. You can flatter someone. It can also be nice. Somebody drops something, you pick it. That is being nice. What has that got to do with a sexual thing attached to it? But some could actually do that and use that overture to make a pass at you. You really look nice. I was thinking of how to talk to you. What's your name? Or give me your number. It depends on how you play it. But the etiquettes of flattery, it's different. Flirting is different. Being nice is different. It's a different topic. Well, let's look at flirting.
Okay.
Flirting has a sexual undertone to it, take it or leave it, depending on how far you push it. It has that. And like I said, a little dose is okay, but too much can be not too good.
Well, you know, a lot of persons try to use being nice as an excuse. Okay, for example, let's have a relationship, like two persons in a relationship, and then you have your partner always saying you're being too nice to this person, or you're always with this person, and I think you're flirting with the person. But the other partner, I hear the other partner saying, I'm just trying to be nice. There's no harm in being nice. So when do you stop being nice and start flirting?
Okay. Most times. The person that complains about you being too nice is the lady telling the guy you're always too nice. That has a little pinch of jealousy.
Okay.
But you need to, you know your guy, you know his body language. He's being too nice. He might pass on a different message because you know him for too long, or you know her for too long. Okay. You can be too nice to your colleagues in the office, or to your brothers, big friends and everything. You know, from crushes you can grow to anything. There's really a thin line. You know, I like using thin lines because you can cross over to the other side without really knowing when you do that. But in your heart, you know. You like this person so much you don't know how to tell that person. And you just find out this person is, either this is the person's routine, and you go out of your way to make things happen for that person. That's you being nice now.
Well, I beg to come in there. You know, when you say someone is actually being nice, okay, you talked about trying to know your partner very well,
yes.
So you can actually say, okay, my partner is just being nice, he's not flirting. So what about the other person he's being nice to? Don't forget, you're working with someone's emotions and psychology. You're constantly being nice to a particular person. The person it's just natural. I feel it's natural and normal for the person to start thinking otherwise.
Acting.
Okay.
You're being nice. Okay, I'm being nice to that guy. Let me use myself as an example. I'm being nice to that guy.
Okay.
And then my man is complaining. You're being too nice to this person. And then the other person in question, it depends if both of you were already passing some signals. Because you can't just be nice to someone and the person knows you're just being nice, and the person will think differently. No. Okay. You might have been passing a different signal and both of you are on the same plane. You can't you're not a sitting duck. You're not a doornail or dumbnail or something. Okay. If I'm passing a message to you, you should be able to decode it. You will know this person is making a pass at me. This woman is making a pass at me. So there's a difference between being nice and being pushy on being nice. And then the partner or the recipient of the nice gestures will also know if it's more than just being nice, if you want more from it. That's why you see two people sitting from across the table and they're speaking a language over your head and you don't know what is going on.
But this is going to be the last question. I'm going to tilt a little bit, but it's all about flirting, so we're going to talk about it.
Okay.
Yes. I have a couple of friends who work in different sectors, and they've got to experience this particular aspect of flirting. But I'm going to look at a particular sector, banking. You know, a couple of them have to go out, do marketing, talk to clients, and sometimes they get to use the whole body language and all. So are we going to say categorically that majority of them actually flirt?
I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
Marketing is a skill. Your ability to be able to sell your product to that person, whatever the product is, from ice block to snow, and to whatever it is that is invisible, not yet seen. It's a skill, but it's also communication. Don't forget, flirting too is communication.
Exactly.
But it depends on the overture you're using. Okay. Sexual, it could be written, and like you said, body language. And for most marketers, when you look at the banking sector, for both whether male or female, the push and the drive to hit targets sometimes make them go overboard. It depends on what anybody will think overboard is, but sometimes the flirting comes in, which is not too far from part of their skills and what is required of them, but there's a limit to what you do and to how you sell your products. When you overscale, I don't think it's professional anymore, because if you are a marketer, you've already gone to school, you know the rules, the regulations, the rudiments, you know what to say and what to do. You have that convincing power. You don't have to go overboard and do much more than what you're supposed to do. You know, there's that thing about female bankers or bankers being much more than what they portray themselves to be. Marketers, any marketer, when they go out to sell their products, that's not only in the bank, but
Thank you so much, Madam Phoebe, for talking to us on the show today. Like you know, it's been so interesting, so interesting having you talk to us on this topic, flirting. We're going to have a second edition of flirting, just the same way we're going to have a second edition of the X issues. And this time around, we're going to see it from the male angle. So my niggas out there, don't worry, I'm bringing it from your angle. We're also going to see from the male angle about flirting. It's been a wonderful time having you on the show, and I've got to learn a lot. I know my viewers out there and everybody out there has learned a lot from today's episode. Please don't forget to send us your suggestions, recommendations, and anything you think about to the social media handles that will be displayed right now on your screen. It's still the show pages, and it's your girl Tiana Wabasi. Keep it as it does next time.